So what the older adults textbook uses is an example of what they call all-in-one exercise programs, where people it's almost like a curriculum, where within an hour people are doing different things. It also maintains their interest. So, they're doing the complete program within an hour time. And, people generally like these types of programs. Older adults like routine. They like to do things in the order that they're used to doing them. We know that's maybe not always the best thing physiologically, but, they don't adapt to changes very well. So they tend to like these all-in-one exercise programs. And probably the biggest example of that is a program called Silver Sneakers. And this is done through a lot of Ys. I know the Ys in the Columbia area participate in Silver Sneakers. A lot of HMOs, health maintenance organizations, participate in Silver Sneakers. So this is an organization that encourages activity for older adults. And you can get certified in this. So this is another thing you might want to add to your list of certifications to obtain, that you're working with senior adults. So when I was down at the Y in Columbia with a workshop, the director said that, they had a participant that when the person became ill, and I can't remember what it was, the doctor told her, they said, if you were not as active as you were, you would have spent so much more time in the hospital. But it was really her participation in Silver Sneakers that probably saved her life, because her baseline level of functioning was so high that when she became ill, she did not get extremely deconditioned as someone who isn't as active. You have to keep in mind, once people start to hit 50, they really start to decline in activity. Activities of daily living, exercise programs. And as we talked about, there are a lot of variations among individuals. So people are going to vary widely, and their abilities, their social norms. If they're with friends who are very active, then they're probably going to be active, just like anything else. If there are friends who like to do a lot of sedentary activities, then they're probably going to be sedentary too. So that's why having them in some sort of group training program is really going to be helpful, because they're going to see other adults who exercise and who can do these things, and that they can feel successful too. Again, using social cognitive theory to increase self-efficacy. Some people have stress because they feel, that they have little control over getting older, or they may have little control over some of their health problems. And some, clients are going to have difficulty working with a younger trainer or physician. Although most of them really love the students. I can say at Westminster we don't have any issues at all. They just totally love every student that we've ever sent to them. That has never been a problem. But, if you are working with older adults, just be sure that you show respect, that, you're watching, goes without saying, watching your language and what you're wearing. Check how they want to be called. Do they want to be called John, or do they want to be called Mr. Smith? So, older adults do tend to be called by their last name. So check for preferences. Don't just assume that you can call them by their first name. So we know exercise can definitely improve their daily function, their ADLs and IDLs. It's never too late. They can adapt to exercise. They can lessen the declines associated with aging if they keep active. We really want to try to keep people, regular physical activity, encourage social norms, social support, so that they're going to stick with it. And that's why group programs such as, Silver Sneakers and other all-in-one programs are going to work very well for them. And then here is a sample question. Hopefully it is obvious for what's appropriate for most older adults.